Good morning. This video aims to help parents with their children learning multiplication facts. When we teach our children multiplication facts, we have two elements that we look for: factual fluency, and that's just knowing. 2 times 6, I just know it. We want them to have factual fluency. To get factual fluency, we have to show them different concepts, different ways to help them remember those facts. So here I'm going to talk to you about how you can do that using these flashcards. Each of these cards, we've got an answer, we've got the calculation, and we've got conceptual variation to help your children remember. You could play a lotto matching game to match up the answer with the calculation with the concept variation, or you could sort through the calculations that your children are familiar with and then only focus on the ones they know. So when we're teaching 9 times 2, we also want our children to recognise that it is the same as 2 times 9. Because we teach this commutativity, they can then find out some of their 9 times tables facts when they're learning their 2 times table facts. If I look at my next multiplication fact, it's 8 times 2. Now you can see in my picture that I've got a dominoes version of 8. And through this concept variation, our children will be able to recognise that 8 is made up of 5 and 3. And through this variation, they would then be able to see that 2 groups of 5 equals 10, and then 2 groups of 3 equals 6, which hopefully will help them remember that the answer is 16. So as well as learning 8 groups of 2, we also want them to know that it would be 2 groups of 8. The next fact I'm going to talk to you about is 2 groups of 3 or 3 groups of 2. You can see here that it's repeated addition. We can talk to our children about 2 plus 2 plus 2 is the same as 3 groups of 2. And the answer is 6. So if I were using these flashcards as a lotto game, I might want to match up all of these matching corresponding facts. I've also got 3 groups of 2 here. Now, 1 group of 2, or 2 times 1, it's really important that children have time to consider 1 group of something. This can help alleviate any misconceptions. So 1 group of 2 is the same as 2 times 1, and I can represent it with 2 dots of 1. And that I can easily see there that that's 2 times 1. And it's the same as 1 times 2. 2 groups of 4 can be shown using dominoes, it can be shown using dots. We wouldn't expect the children to have to count 1, 2. We would expect them just be able to see that that is a group of 2. 2 groups of 2 equals 4. There it is as repeated addition, 2 plus 2. And again, you can see 2 groups of 2 dots. Here the image is slightly changed. It's 2 groups of squares, but the answer is still 4. It's still 2 groups. And if I change it and turn it up, it's still 2 groups of 2. The last one I'm going to talk to you about is actually giving them the answers sometimes as words. 12 is a really tricky number for them to write down because of the way our language is constructed. 2 groups of 6. 2 groups of 6 is also the same as 6 groups of 2, and the answer is 12. The last thing I want to talk to you about today is 0 groups of something. The concept of 0 is a really interesting one for children, and they need to experience that 0 groups of 2 is going to be 0, and what that might look like. 0 groups of anything is always going to be 0. I hope you found this video helpful, and there are flashcards of all the multiples on our website. Thank you.